Everyone, how you doing? I am live from Prague. Yeah, I went ahead and made some backdrops. I brought them with me. I folded them in my Airbnb, set the camera up. Looks just like the studio, doesn't it? Amazing. That's because it is a studio. My ass is still here. I didn't go anywhere. I'll explain that a little bit. How's everybody doing? What's going on? Welcome to another Q&A show. Corey Coleman here. Just me. That's all you get. I was at home. I'm bored. I'm not going anywhere. That's another story. All should be revealed in a little while. And yeah, some people are like saying, rest in peace, your trip. Again, long story. We'll get into it. It's not that long, but too long to start the show out with that. Oh, especially since I don't have all of my stuff together over here. Give me a chance to straighten this out. And hold on, y'all. All right. I see people are here already. There we go. We're getting there. We are getting there. And I see people are coming in. And of course, when we do Q&A shows, not only do I have, well, hold on, I'm jumping ahead of myself here. Settle down, Corey. Settle down. Damn. Just up together. All right. There we go. Folks, when I do a Q&A show, not only do I have the chat fam starting OG chat and those side bitches, and we'll talk to side bitches a little bit, but we also have the tubers, kind of mainly your show. You know, we do so many shows where we don't get to stream. In fact, we do no shows except for this one, where we don't get to stream on YouTube, and then we don't get to talk to the YouTubers. That we make this about you. This is where you are. This is where you get to come in and ask your questions. You know, you come in, and since I don't get to answer a lot of emails, we get a lot of emails, and I don't get to answer all of them on every show. This would be just a good way to come in and talk to people, get questions answered, make this all about you in a way, instead of always making it about me with my egotistical ass. Oh, let me see here. Let me see. I can't show the YouTubers. That's the only thing. Well, you know what? I can do a little glimpse. How about that? Don't tell anybody. It's just between you and me. Hold on. I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Just shut your mouth and don't say anything. Let me see here. Oh, all right. There we are. Yes, and there we are, folks. Oh, let me see. As I said, I'll give you a little glimpse. See, when you're multi-streaming, especially when you're streaming on Twitch, Twitch has this policy now where you're not supposed to show any other chat. But I think that kind of give you a little glimpse right there, show you that you're here. So yes, thank you for being here. We are live at the moment. A lot of people didn't know I was going to be here. I didn't know I was going to be here. And here I am. Probably for the best. I'll tell you about that in a little while. But before we do that, and before you start asking any questions, give me time to go in and say hello to everybody. Like the side bitch chat. We got Nightcrawler up in here. I know some people I follow have a way where they link the Twitch and YouTube chat together. So it looks like everyone's chatting at once. I do that. I could probably do that here. I do that with Restream. I'm looking at one of my computers right now because I got a shitload of computers here. I'm looking at it where it shows every stream that's up. I'm even streaming on what I think it's supposed to show the chat for TikTok. TikTokers, I'm sorry if you're putting any kind of comments up. I can't really see you. But then there we go. Tony Morrow, you guys already coming in with your questions. You know what? Let me go ahead and jump on this because I don't want to. Man, is there a way to? I heard that there's a way to pause the chat so that I'm not missing people's questions. But tell you what, let me just go and say hello to some people. I'll go real quick. BSG Wiz. You got me all frazzled and nervous. BSG Wiz. Ghost Dog Perp. Luigi. Toasted Evenly. Cheb is up in here. How's it glorious? And it is a how's a glorious day when you were here. Joe crazy ass. Kiko, how you doing? Let me see. BSG, I already said your name. The King of Belize is here. Welcome, Your Majesty, to the Q&A show. Kiki 2 feet. All right. So let me go ahead and answer some of these questions here. Get into it. Folks, if you're just getting here, This is the Q&A show. People rapidly now start paying to have comments and questions answered. So let's just jump right into it. Tony Morrow put in $2. Technically $1.99, but we're not going to argue over 1 cent. Die Hard is 100% a Christmas film. Debate me. Okay, I'm not going to debate you. I think, let me just put it this way. Let me go ahead and pull up Die Hard. Here's another thing on this show, folks. I am not allowed to really play clips. I definitely can't play music. So you just have to put up with me putting up pictures. My professionalism, my professional side says I love to play media and show media when I'm talking about something, but I can't do it here. So we just have to deal with pictures right now. But everybody knows Die Hard. Bruce Willis. One of the greatest action movies of all time. Kind of changed action movies when it came out. So, and if you don't think it changed action movies, think about this. When this came out, everything was Die Hard on a blah blah blah. Die Hard on a plane, which they actually did. Die Hard on a subway. Die Hard in a phone booth. They did all those. That's how definitive this action movie was. I'm not arguing with you, Tony. I think today, Die Hard has become an action movie because it has such a strong Christmas setting. This is set during Christmas at a corporate Christmas party. My man, there he is. He's wearing, Santa hat. That is not part of the movie, but it works. And now this was in the movie right there. So it has become a Christmas movie. People have defined it as a Christmas movie. When Die Hard came out, Die Hard was definitely not a Christmas movie. It was just set at Christmas. There was no intention to make this a holiday classic. I mean, especially all the, murder and mayhem and evil shit that's going on. But no, I think today we accept it as a Christmas classic or as a Christmas movie, and that's fine. But I saw Die Hard when I was 16 years old, saw it in the theater, and I saw it in August. All right, it didn't come out in November. It didn't come out in December. This was not considered to be going. This wasn't going to be like something that people were meant to watch at Christmas. It was a summer blockbuster, and it was something that I don't even think the creators thought would catch on as a Christmas movie. But since we have made it a Christmas movie, yeah, at this point I say yes. Yes, we accept it, and I accept it, and we can all look at this as a Christmas film because more and more, I don't know what this says about society. If it does, I'm a little worried about us. We used to be about caring, love, holiday cheer. Now we watch this. It's all about guns and shooting people in the head and murder and explosions. But people watch it during Christmas time now. So yeah, I agree with you. I'm not challenging you, not debating you. I 100% agree with you. But I would like to hear somebody else debate you at some point. All right, let me go over here. We got more questions coming in. You're coming fast. I'm on the turn. Whoa, I better watch my phrasing right there. Kind of sound like me. You're coming fast? Let me see here. Oh, Carnage Rage, $5. Are you still going to do DT playthroughs? It's been a while since I've seen you play a game on the DT streams. So yes, people, I do. In fact, I was on my computer last night because I didn't get to go to Prague, the Czech Republic. I'll tell you about that in a little bit, probably at the end of the stream. But yes, I was updating my computer. Man, between travel and just so many things to prepare for the show here, and just trying to find a little time for myself so I don't burn out. Playthroughs have been hard, but man, I miss playing games. So to answer your question, yes. And I would, I would love to actually figure out what you guys would like me to play, because I just kind of play what I want to. But I don't know. I should probably treat it like the roast and just play whatever you want me to play and get some suggestions from you. Maybe do polls like we always do. We'll see. All right, let's see here. Man, thank you guys for your generosity. So many people are coming in right now and putting their questions in there. Boxy Brown. I know y'all know what you've been watching. Boxy Brown's a character from, look at me. I'm trying to be all smart and don't even know what I'm talking about. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Hey, Corey, when you coming to North Carolina? I don't know, man. Didn't have any plans on going to North Carolina. Can you give me some reasons why I should come to North Carolina? Sell me on that. I tell you what, if you email me on the benefits of coming to North Carolina, I will read that. And who knows? You might just convince me. I might end up going there. Hell, I didn't go to Prague, so might as well go to someplace. North Carolina sounds as good as anything. Maybe not, depending on how you sell me on it. Oh, Corbin Armstrong. Damn, Corbin Armstrong dropping a strong $10 right here. Who do you think will end up buying Warner Brothers? Paramount, Skydance, Comcast, or Netflix? I'm hopefully wanting Netflix. Obviously not Paramount. If y'all don't know, if you haven't heard about this, so Paramount is up on the selling block, the auction block, or whatever that phrasing goes, that saying goes. And what they're doing is they have several buyers that are out there. Paramount is somebody that I don't want either, because Paramount is someone that I think has an agenda. You know, they say they can say whatever they want to. The head of, if I'm correct, the head of Paramount is the guy whose father is over Oracle, right? And they kind of want to come in and they want to put a conservative slant on the news, I know, at CBS. But I don't know how that would affect entertainment. I know that probably they ain't going to have no diversity going on. So that'll probably be out the window. But, I mean, they didn't say that in particular. But I tell you what, let's look it up. Who will buy Warner Brothers? Let's just go in and see what if there's any leads. Comcast. This is Business Insider. They know their business. Comcast says, Business Insider says while Comcast could go all the way to buy Warner Brothers, there's a bidding war brewing between Paramount, Comcast, and Netflix. I think Netflix would be the best, and not just for diversity of, not of people, but diversity of entertainment. I think that I agree with you. I think they would be the best candidate, but let's see what they say here. Despite the deep pockets of Paramount and Netflix, Comcast may need WB Discovery the most of the three. HBO Max has limited overlap with Peacock and can bring it global, analysts said. All right, well, there you go. Looks like Comcast, at least by Business Insider's opinion, is in the lead. I would go for Netflix myself. I mean, if I had my choice, but it's all about the money, right? It's all about the business. It's whatever works better in their interest. Let's see here. Man, a lot of people coming in. Thank you guys so much. Now, when I say slow down on this, slow down, because I could get to the point where I can't answer these. So, tell you what, let's take a break. Can y'all pause for a moment? Until I figure out how to pause this. Would you ever do a review of the movie Grease? That's 2 pounds from K Sekawama. You know what? It all depends on whatever reason there is to do it. Like, does John Travolta have some movie coming out? Is there something that's related to musicals? I mean, if there's some kind of theme or some opportunity that would, make sense for it, I review anything. You know that. Come on. That's why I have a very open mind about movies. I think that's the beauty of having an open mind about film. That the possibilities of doing what I do, at least, are just much more there. There's so much more variety for that. But also, I don't know, man. I think there's a beauty in being able to open up to all kind of genres of movies. I believe you close yourself. We don't have time to watch everything, of course. But if you close yourself off, man, you're missing. Movies are such a beautiful language, man. It is a language, and within movies there are several different languages spoken. If you think about it, there's a language for musicals. There's a language for dramas. There's a language for comedy. There's a language for horror. It's all these beautiful languages that are being spoken in film, and I think to close yourself off from that is kind of crazy, man. But hey, I think that's one of the reasons why we are successful at what we do, because I know Martin and myself, one of the things that we bonded over when we first met each other was we were very open-minded about film, and we talked about film all the time in different ways and different things, and we were kind of like you're black. You like that kind of shit too? And I'm like, yeah, you're black. I don't think you like that either. You know, we always think about that with other black people. You know, you don't watch certain things. But yeah, man. So I think that's why it's worked with, especially with me and Martin, because we do have these opportunities to review different things when the opportunity presents itself, and we're very open minded about any kind of genre. So that's just a long winded way of answering your question. Yes, Grease. Grease is, and by the way, Grease is a great musical, man. I remember when I was a kid, that album, it's the album alone wasn't. You talking about black people? I didn't think black people listened to anything like Grease, but it was in everyone. If your friend had a sister, a teenage sister, or a preteen sister, they had Grease in their house. Grease was the Wicked of its day, man. People were Grease took on like wildfire. People were singing the songs all day. It kind of had an influence on fashion. You know, you had a lot of girls who kind of took the. I'm not lying. It kind of took the style of the Pink Ladies. Every guy wanted to be. Hey, every guy wanted to be John Travolta at the time. Even black dudes kind of want to have his swagger, man. Grease was a phenomenon at the time, man. Think about any musical of your age that's a huge thing, and that was Grease for us. And then when it started to come on TV, that was something that everybody stopped and watched also, man. Anyway, so yes, it would kind of be interesting to go back and revisit Grease. It really would. Oh, how did you and Billy meet? I met Billy because Billy, and we're talking about Billy Brooks from the Roast and Toast. I was casting for my movie. And let me tell you something about Billy. Let me see if his picture pops up. Wow, Billy looks a whole lot different when you look him up on the internet. That's not Billy right there. Of course, that's Billy right there, Billy Brooks. Look at this. They putting all these other pictures up of people from Tyler Perry movies and everything, but that is Billy right there. Billy, when I was doing my movie 2 a.m., I was doing auditions in a building, and in this building, I think there were a lot of creative offices in that building, and I know that there was like agencies in there, and then there was another. I think there was another audition for another movie going on in some other office. Anyway, he had finished that audition. I think he recognized myself and Martin from our cable access show. We talked, and I said, "Hey, man, you are perfect for a character in this movie. You want to come and audition real quick?" And he came over and he read a part, and I'm like, "Okay, forget it. You got it. Can you do it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And from that point on, I don't know, man. Billy's that kind of guy. He's a very friendly and affable guy anyway, but I mean, him and I just hit it off, and we just never lost contact. We became friends and kept in touch ever since then. So yeah, that's Billy auditioned for my movie. That's how that worked out. And there he is with his brother right there, Mehcad Brooks. You might have seen Mehcad's feet and such things as Tyler Perry's Ashtray Bitch. I forgot that movie. Anyway, let me see here. More questions to be answered. $5 from, and oh, that was Discovery that asked me about Billy. Gave $2. $5 from Jason Fast Horse. Did you hear that Tobey Maguire is Doomsday's Spider-Man? Yeah, we talked about that. Somebody put that up. Tobey Maguire apparently is going to be in Doomsday, the big Doctor Doom movie that's kind of going to be the next big Avengers type film, or the next big what do you call that, Endgame type movie. Tobey Maguire. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. Tobey Maguire Doomsday. So Tobey Maguire is apparently going to be in Doomsday, kind of doing what they did with No Way Home, or whatever the Spider-Man movie was, where all the Spider-Man got together. I don't mind that, because they're going to be bringing in all these other universes anyway. I mean, he's already been in it. You already have all the 20th Century Fox X-Men coming in. My only fear of this, and I think this happened in Deadpool, and I know this is an unpopular opinion. I myself am not a big fan of fan service, Easter eggs, and these. And when you get these appearances coming in, I think they fall dangerously on the side. Excuse me, I'm sick, y'all. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. They fall dangerously on the side of being fan service. You know, just something there for the fans to be like, "Ooh, look at! Oh my God, it's him from that movie." I think they kind of did that a little bit with. I know people hate me for this. I did that a little bit with Blade. It was cool to see Blade, Gambit, Elektra, and Deadpool and Wolverine. I think they had some cool stuff with them, but I don't know if it was really there as. I don't know if it was really necessary for the story. So hearing Tobey Maguire is going to be in it, yeah, I don't know, man. That kind of stuff worries me. But I know fans are going to love it. And after, look, and what am I supposed to say? I'm going to wait until I see the movie and see what happens with that. I'm going to keep my opinions and my mouth shut and my opinions to myself and shut the hell up and just see what they do, because it might be a really cool thing. I mean, I think it was a lot of fan service being done with the villains in No Way Home. But man, they really did have some great scenes in that Spider-Man movie. Tobey Maguire, which one? Who was let me see here. Tobey Maguire and yeah, there they go. Anyway, Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland. Those are some really kind of tender and nice scenes, and the dialogue was really good between those guys. That was a fun scene. So who knows, man. But yeah. You know me in Easter eggs and fan service. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a fan of fan service. So. Let's see here. Oh, Dave Diav himself, $5. What is your favorite Christmas horror movie? Black Christmas, the original. That's for you. Any good graphic novels you've read besides 8 Billion Genies? Oh, let me see here. Man, this is more of a comedy, but you could call it horror light. Some people call it introductory horror. Do you know what I'm going to say? Some people probably already know what I'm going to say. But I'm going to put this in here because I love this movie, and it does count kind of as a horror film. Gremlins. Gremlins, man. It's horror light. It's kind of like introductory horror for kids. It's mostly a comedy. All right, let's not get serious. I know it's scared the shit out of some kids, but most kids love Gizmo. A lot of kids had a Gizmo toy when they came up. But it does count as a horror film, a fun, light horror movie, comedy horror. But yeah, that's my favorite. And again, that came out. It's considered almost like Die Hard. We talked about this earlier. Die Hard being a Christmas movie. Gremlins is kind of borderline on being a Christmas movie now. But again, that movie came out in the summertime. I don't think they meant for that movie to be a Christmas film. It's just that sometimes when things take place during Christmas, people really have that attachment to it, and they become Christmas classics. Good question. I would like to ask people what your favorites are. Feel free to post them in the chat. I can't read them all because all these questions are coming up so fast. But that would be mine. Review Frankie Frico. Maybe. What is Frankie Frico? Let me look up Frankie Frico. Man, there are so many. So we do this thing called the roast for people who don't know. And we found out that the right recipe for making them successful on YouTube is to do them within a certain time bracket. Now there will be exceptions, but man, there's so many weird ass movies that I would love to roast that I know probably would not do well on YouTube, but I would love to do them. And wait a minute, is this movie did this come out on what's that horror channel? This came out on y'all tell me, what's that horror channel? Shudder. This came out on Shudder, right? Anyway, yeah, this came out recently. I don't know, man. I heard, yeah, Frankie Frico is kind of like a horror take on stuff from like Gremlins and Troll and stuff like that from the 80s. I don't know, man. I mean, I haven't seen it. I'll tell you, who saw it. Julian Hemmendinger, he saw it, but he likes old crazy shit like this. But yeah, I don't know, man. Let's see what it did on Rotten Tomatoes. That'll make the decision. Probably won't roast it. It's got 85%, but that's never stopped us from roasting something that had a good, not everything has to be bad. For example, I want to roast Face Off. And I'm not even coming in and talking about Face Off being a bad movie. I think for myself, it borders on the silly side, but I know it's very entertaining for a lot of people. And I wouldn't dare come in and say it's a bad movie, but I think it'd be a great roast. But who knows, man? I don't know. It all depends on the demand. Frankie Frico. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I don't see it in the near future, but. Oh, you asked for a review. I don't know if I see it. Maybe something for the members, which we've had some people sign up for our members section. We just put up a couple of reviews for something yesterday, I believe. So yeah, maybe a review. But who knows? Corey, let me see here. This is Tony Morrow. Knowing me, it's a shock that I'm seeing Wicked 2. You're going to go see Wicked 2? Tony, you? Tony, you tell me why. If you knew this dude, Tony does not seem like a, what's I say, a wicked dude. Well, it depends on what sense. But Tony does not seem like a person that would go see the movie Wicked. Okay, sure. Hey man, I tell you, it's not as good as the first one in my opinion, but it's decent. It's all right. You a closet musical fan, Tony? Really? Is there something I don't know about you? This is Dan Evil Robot. $20. Thank you, Dan. I heard few animated shows on Netflix, Twilight of the Gods, Exploding Kittens, and Good Times have all been canceled after one season on Netflix. Good Times, I wasn't even that surprised. I didn't like it that much. Oh, let me see here. Twilight of the Gods and Exploding Kittens. Let me look at those. I didn't even know what those are. That's the thing about Netflix, man. Maybe Netflix doesn't need to buy Warner Brothers. They got too much shit going on over there. Exploding Kittens, what is that? I haven't seen this. And what was the other? Twilight of the Gods? Twilight of the Gods. Let me see this. Oh, I know this. Oh, yeah, I know this movie. That's the Greek mythology show. Yeah, man, look, there's a lot of shit on Netflix. There's a lot of shit to compete with on Netflix. And if you ain't really, and Netflix is notorious for canceling things, even if you're doing decent. So there's so many things on Netflix where, it debuts and it's not even the top 10. So yeah, I'm not surprised that they would come and do that, especially with animation, because animation, even if it's not the greatest animation, it still takes a lot of time. It still takes a lot of money. Now, let me see here. Now, this other one, Good Times. Oh no, don't play it. That animated Good Times, I could tell you that shit was canceled after one episode. You're goddamn right they canceled that. No one, unless you wrote this, I produced it, I put some money in it. No one liked this shit. Everybody hated this. This is one of our best performing videos when we reviewed this because of the hate we showed for it. I won't get into it, but man, I still watch Good Times, the original show, at night in syndication. What the fuck were they thinking doing this? This animated Good Times, so much wrong. So much wrong. Doesn't resemble to the original Good Times anyway, doesn't kind of connect. The humor doesn't, none of it relates to the original Good Times at all. But that's not even the bad thing about it. It's just one of those shows, once again, where they think that they're doing satire and it just comes off as coonery, buffoonery. I hate this show. This is one of my most hated shows of all time. I could have told you that was canceled after 5 minutes. I dare y'all to try to bring this back. People are waiting on this show to come back with pitchforks and torches. I dare you to bring this show back. Netflix don't want that shit. They don't tell you right. It's a pain. That show is just a pain in the ass for them. So T_CT40. I'm sorry, C242. Any chance we'll get a 24-hour stream before the year is over? Also, What's a recent movie that you've seen but didn't review? Old or new that you really enjoyed? Oh man, I have to think about the movie that I've seen. I know. Oh man, let me think about that. But as far as a 12-hour stream, you know what? Why not? I need to find well, besides just probably December. Maybe December we'll do like a Christmas themed 12-hour stream. We haven't done one of those yet, have we? We haven't done a Christmas themed. We haven't done a Christmas themed show. Then maybe we can watch Die Hard and Gremlins together since they're Christmas themed movies. Nah, you know what? That'll be fun, man. We should do a Christmas show, a 12-hour Christmas show. We'll do all the traditional Christmas stuff. I know Martin. I know he knows how to make eggnog, and I know he knows how to make a nice, strong, alcoholic eggnog. You know what? I just got an idea. Man, I'm going to get my fireplace fixed pretty soon. I have firewood, but I don't feel like fucking with that because there's a lot of work to do with firewood. I have I have propane. Hank Hill will be proud of me. I got a propane fireplace. I have to get it fixed. And maybe, this is what we'll do. Maybe we'll have a nice Christmas-themed 12-hour stream by the fireplace. How about that? But then I'm starting to think like it's hot as hell in Texas, so that might not make sense. So, let's scratch that. We'll see. I'll look at the weather, look at the forecast. Maybe do that. If not, we'll just put, we'll do? We'll just put a TV in the background with one of those fireplace videos that plays all day. I think there's a channel that actually plays fire. I know there's one on YouTube, but I'm talking about on your smart TV. I think there's a channel that is nothing but a fireplace and some fire. We can do that. But anyway, Christmas themed 12-hour stream sounds amazing. Pix and I will show up in our Christmas sweaters. Yeah, why not? Oh, let's see here. Oh, $2 from Tony Morrow. Was going to see you in LA if I wasn't in Orlando. Oh man, I would have loved to have seen you, Tony. Well, hey man, we got more shows coming up. I might be in LA doing a show solo sometimes. Who knows? So one day, next time, baby, as Oz likes to say. Mr. The Boss Baby, 69. Look at you, your nasty ass. 69, doing it so much. Had to write it twice. I have no questions. I just want to say fart. Man, why say it when you can do it? If I could do it right now, I'd do it for you since you paid for it. But, hey, man, you know what? Record it and send it to us. Email us. Fart into a microphone and send it to us at kcoolmans@gmail.com. That is KCOOLMAN@gmail.com. Send any kind of questions, comments, compliments, insults, input, and our farts to me, and I will play it. Let's see here. $5 from Sharkzilla. Again, nothing. Not even a fart. Just wanted to get $5. Thank you. That's very nice of you. This is from one. Oh my God. See, this happens. This is what happens. Let me go up and see if I can. You guys are going so fast. I tell you, slow down. Slow down. Because I can't see the stream. Slow down. Let me see here. All right. I'm going to take it slow. Try to get up here. Okay. I got caught up. This is $10 from 1805 movie. Did you know back in the 60s, Dr. Pepper advertised hot Dr. Pepper during the holiday season? The alcoholic version is called a Schuss Boomer, which is a hot Dr. Pepper with an ounce of rum. I'm going to look that up. Hot Dr. Pepper. Let's look that up. What is a hot Dr. Pepper? I've never heard of that. You think my alcoholic has would know that. But let me see here. Here it is. Boy, I love it that AI just sums up everything for you now for certain topics. Hot Dr. Pepper is a vintage beverage made by heating Dr. Pepper and serving it with a thin slice of lemon. They say when you heat it, the carbonation disappears. And the drink is said to emphasize the blend of spices like cinnamon and vanilla. Okay. So it sounds like it wasn't. You know what? I don't drink sodas, but you know, I know Julie would love this. I'm gonna try this on the air because I want to see what this is like. Because it sounds like it would just be like sort of like a hot toddy or something. But this, I haven't drank soda in a long time, but this sounds good. I want to try that. I have this thing with Dr. Pepper. I have sort of a gag reflex with that. Not because Dr. Pepper is nasty. In fact, folks, you know what? I should do this. I should drink this hot Dr. Pepper in honor of my hometown, Waco. You know what? In Waco is small, so I have no excuse for not doing this. Maybe one day I'll do this on the stream with you. No, I won't, because that's obnoxious to walk into a place while you're streaming. But I'll take pictures for you. But do you know what's in Waco, y'all? In Waco, we have, let me see here. There it is. In Waco, we have the Dr. Pepper Museum. And I've been going to Waco back and forth. I'm 54. I was raised in Waco until I was like 19. That's when I permanently left. But go back all the time. In all these years, I have never been to the Dr. Pepper Museum. But it's right there in Waco. It is a museum. And at the end of it, you get to drink all kind of Dr. Pepper and whatnot. I got to go visit that. I got all kind of, man, for a person who doesn't drink, I got all kind of stories and connections with Dr. Pepper. When I was in London and I blacked out at my party and I had to be carried out of there, one of the things that messed me up, this dude made this thing called a flaming Dr. Was it? No, not the flaming Dr. Pepper, the flaming Lamborghini. And they put so much shit in there and then they set it on fire. And at the end of it, it tastes like Dr. Pepper. And now I know they have a flaming Dr. Pepper also. But for some reason, I guess when you just set shit on fire, especially drinks, it tastes like Dr. Pepper. But anyway. But this sounds harmless. The hot Dr. Pepper. Maybe we can make, you know what, knowing us, we'll make it alcoholic. We'll throw some rum in there or something. We'll do that for the Christmas stream. How about that? Let's see here. Let me see what we got here. This is $2 from Cody. Man, it's a long question, but it's what horror movies are some of your favorites? Man, there's so many. That's a very broad question because it's like, are you talking about horror movies that actually scare me, horror movies that scare me and are funny, horror movies that are bad and I like? Man, you know, look, there's a lot of horror movies that I really like, and if you want to talk about some recent ones that come to mind. The one of the ones that still leaves an impression on me. Well, Weapons are, you know, that's the most recent one. I think that's a really creative and great horror movie. I'm not just saying that because of the director. I also like that movie where the people, I can't remember what it is, where the people were touching the hand and it was giving them visions. What's the name of that movie, man? Those directors did an amazing job with that. I really like that movie. I like that movie a lot. And this has been a good year for horror. Because there was Talk to Me. That movie is so creative. That movie is so good. What else came back the Sinners. Sinners, man, those are, I mean, we're talking about recent ones. Sinners is such a great horror film because it is, for the most part, a horror movie. But there's so many great things in there. That musical number in the middle. Sinners is really, and I love this movie. Not just because of the director, not because it's a black cast. I mean, those things are great. But Sinners is so inspired, man. It's just that, you know, it aims to be more than what its genre expects of it. Like I said, if you haven't seen Sinners, there's a huge musical number in the middle of it. Yes, a musical number. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And it's like a musical montage. It covers the history of certain types of music. And its influence on music today. And it's such a, like I said, man, that is such a creative approach to this film. And you have to be an excellent director to pull that off. So yeah, I think Sinners is probably one of my favorites. If you want to talk about an old one, an old freaky one, oh man. Let me see here. This creeped me out as a kid. Let me see here. Let me see. I forgot the name of it. Let me see. You a lot of you if you're young, and I know I've talked with Julian about this about younger people not wanting to watch old movies, and I get it. I get it. I'm not here to judge. I understand. Um, I mean, even when I was growing up, I just had a love for film. But even when I was growing up, my friends they didn't want to watch old shit. Unless it was forced on us. Like we watched old TV shows because that was all that was on sometime. But let me see here. But if you are a lover of film and you don't mind going back to, if you don't mind going back to look at movies from like the 70s, there's this freaky ass movie called Don't Look Now. And I don't want to spoil anything. I got to watch the images that I show here. But this dude, Donald Sutherland is in it. And I think his little girl dies. And throughout the movie, he sees and she dies in his little red coat. And he keeps having visions of her and seeing her all around. And I'll just say that the end of the movie is very freaky, man. That and this movie called The Devil's Rain, where at the end of the movie, the rain comes down and it melts these devil worshippers, and they're all melting together. And Jesus, man! In the 70s, they pulled off some weird, because it was almost psychedelic, some of this shit they did, and it was so weird, man. 70s horror is a whole different level. Let me see here. But if you watch that movie, Don't Look Now, it's probably by today's standards is slow, but that's what works for it. And that end, I was a little kid when I saw it. Freaked me the fuck out, man. Let me see here. $10 from Carnage Rage. I have a question for you, Corey. Have you kept up with the latest season of Has Been Hotel? Some episodes are hit and miss. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Has Been Hotel. We talked about this last time. Has Been Hotel is something that I highly support. Something that I think has some great musical numbers in it, animation and just the design of the characters is so unique, so unique. I'm a supporter. I don't like the dialogue in a lot of the show. I'll admit. I think it's a show that leans on trying to be adult, and it feels like it's trying too hard. It feels like the cursing is forced. Feels like some of the themes are a little bit forced. I'm not saying because of the art style. I'm just saying, it just doesn't feel natural. It feels like they're just really trying hard to be, to be edgy sometimes. But yeah, I highly support this show. I think it's one of the most unique shows out there. And also, it's a YouTuber. And I forgot her name, but it's a YouTuber that did it. And I'm really happy to see YouTubers cross over into the mainstream more. I think, there's still this stigma on YouTubers just being second rate. People couldn't make it, or, that's where you go. You do YouTube when you can't make it. And no, as we know, they do better stuff. Some people do better stuff on YouTube than the actual fucking people who do things in Hollywood, or, official writers, creators, directors, whatever. There's so many people out there who should be given a shot. And this is a person that made it, and I highly support that. Let me see here. Oh no. Oh no, come on. Come on, don't do this. Don't do this, man. All right, let me see here. Oh, come on. $40 from Derek John. $40, thank you, man, thank you. Have you ever seen any comedy shows of Ali Siddiq? He's based out of Houston, Texas, and he's quickly becoming one of my favorite comics to watch. I have not. And I wish we could look at some of his comedy right now. Ali Siddiq. There he is right there. It'd be funny if he opened for me and I didn't know this. Maybe he has. I don't know. There he is right there. I wish you could play some of this. Man, comedy's hard. So anytime somebody's making it, I'm with you, man. I support. Are you guys no longer roasting? This is $5 from, again, T_C242. Are you guys no longer roasting that Tubi movie? Adopted. Yes. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. That's what we're going to be doing this week. That'll be this week's roast. It'll be, oh, excuse me. I'm sick, y'all, by the way. No, really, I am absolutely, officially sick at this point. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Oh, Corbin Master. That's master with no vowels, by the way. Corbin. Would you ever do a live show in India? Oh, I'm sorry, Indiana. India, you never know. I don't think my kind of comedy would go over well there, but hey, you never know. Would I ever do a live show in Indiana or our city, Indianapolis? I know I met you guys through a 12-hour stream before, but it'd be cool to meet you and Martin in person. I don't know, man. There's probably more likely me doing a solo show in Indianapolis than us doing like a bigger show. So just be me there, but you never know. I'm open to doing a show anywhere, man. But we also have to like what we do is we get on YouTube, which has amazing analytics, by the way, and we look at where we are mostly viewed, and that's how we kind of pick our cities and where to go. That's why we always go to New York and LA and Chicago and whatever's on the list. See here. All right, I think we'll take a break at this. No, we can't. Don't speak so soon. Ramen Hibachi. Can you stream the Game Awards this year? You know what? If I'm in town, yes, I will do that. I used to do that all the time. Chris Herman and I would always stream the Game Awards, man. They were a lot of fun. And he was a lot of fun to do it with, man. And so if I can find somebody to do it with, sure. Why not? Why not? I would love to. Did I miss your? Let me know. Email me. I'm going to be on the lookout here. I'm going to pull up my emails. And I want you to email me just in case I missed any of your questions. If you paid for a question or a comment, please email me because sometimes this refreshes and it doesn't allow me to go up high enough to see old comments. $5 from Carnage Rage again. Have you played Doom the Dark Ages? Oh, man. Excuse me. I'm sitting up here talking so much. I didn't bring any tissues in here, so that's why I'm coughing up and choking up and everything. Yeah, I played Doom the Dark Ages, and I finished it. I played on some streams. I played Doom the Dark Ages a lot. I loved it, man. Listen, Doom the Dark Ages, I any kind of Doom game, man, but Doom the Dark Ages, I did play this. I played on the stream. I had a great time with it. I played it a few times on the stream. And, man, if you are having a hard day and somebody pissed you off and you just want to murder somebody, jump in this game and murder everybody. That's what the game is fast-paced, and you just blowing people into chunks, and it's such a good feeling. It's therapeutic. It's a good stress reliever. So yeah, I love this game. I think it was a good approach too because it was sort of I don't know if I should say medieval version of the game, but it's definitely was a different style than the sci-fi stuff that they were going for. They still had a sci-fi spin with this. Yeah, Doom the Dark Ages is fun, man. So let me see here. Let me see. So slow down a little bit. So you know what? If you slow down, we can do a couple of things. One, I can tell you about what happened with my trip to the Czech Republic. And let me see here. Oh, Calvin Shoemaker, you missed my super chat at Kingsport. Well, you didn't put anything in your email. You didn't rewrite the question. Douglas Rutnarak, I asked a Home Alone question and a horror movie question. Man, y'all, okay, when I think we misunderstood each other. When I say email me, if I missed your questions, email me what that question is because I can't go back to it. And listen, I'm not complaining. You guys are so nice to even come in and give like this, and I appreciate it. So that's why I don't want to miss any of your questions. So I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything. I'm just saying, if you email me, just put the question or the comment in the email so I can repeat it because I can't see it. Otherwise, I wouldn't ask you to do that. $10 from Cammy Whammy Bo Bammy. You damn thief. You know what I'm talking about. Here, I discovered DT while working late for my baking business. What is your favorite dessert? What are you looking forward to for Thanksgiving? Thank you, Cammy, first of all, for the $10. That makes up for you stealing my phone, doing crazy stuff with it. Nah, listen, first of all, I didn't know that you had a baking business. You got to tell us more about that. And man, what is my favorite? What is my favorite dessert? Oh man, cheesecake. Cheesecake of different flavors. I'm gonna go into Cheesecake Factory territory now because I love flavored cheesecake. I think Oreo cheesecake is one of my favorite, but salted caramel cheesecake is really good. Oh man, and I like it with strawberry syrup over it also. But I think the more chocolatey side of things, not as tart. But yeah, man. Let me see here. I gotta go. I'll be back. I gotta go get some tissue. I gotta wipe my nose. This is gonna get disgusting. Unless I brought. I did not. Let me, folks. I'm sorry. Let me go get something to wipe my nose with because this is getting nasty. But yeah, man, any kind of cheesecake. Like I said, I love. If I had to go with anything, Oreo cheesecake. That would be it. I love Oreo cheesecake. I love the crust on it. Those little chunks of Oreo in it, man. The cream. Oh man, I'm hungry. And the thing is, I can't eat that stuff all the time, so I'm sitting up here torturing myself talking about it. Thank you, Cammy. Oh, let me see here. Suarez. Hey again, Corey. Have you heard anything about? Oh man, have you heard anything about the David case? The LAPD now have they have a certified suspect. David was the guy, the musician that apparently had an inappropriate thing going on with a teenage girl, and then she ended up dead. I thought he was the one that did it. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna look at this up. Hold on, I'll be back, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna keep talking while you're with me. You know I'm still here. Hold on, going down the hall, getting some tissue. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, damn it. I'm coming back. Oh. Okay. I'm coming back. Hold on. I'm here. All right. And I blew my nose before I got in here so that you didn't have to hear that. I went into Adam's bathroom. Man, he is keeping that bathroom clean. If you've heard about me talking about Adam, you know I've called him all kind of nasty ass names because he doesn't keep that he's just dirty. But we jumped on him about keeping that bathroom clean. Me and a guest that had to use that bathroom. He just said, look, man, I'm going to tell you, I don't like going in there. It's disgusting. But I left an impact on him. Place is clean now. Let me see here. Oh, David. That's right. We're going to talk about David. I did not know this, man. I was saying he's the musician that he was having a relationship with a teenage girl, and she ended up dead. But what's the update here? So they got a suspect. Yeah, it was a 15-year-old girl. A 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Well, wait a minute. No one has been arrested yet. Okay, so that goes to show you how much I know about this. I thought the dude David had done it. I thought that's what they were saying, but apparently they have no suspects yet for those who've been found. They have a suspect, but no arrest have been made, which means an arrest is probably about to happen. Oh, let me see here. Oh, okay, here we go again. We got people coming in. Alec Mercer. I don't know why I like saying it like that. Alec Mercer. Ever stream / play the game Infamous and Prototype? Man, I played those games back when we were doing Spill, because when we were doing Spill, they made us do video games. And I was telling them I don't think that's a good idea until we build out the rest of what we're doing, the business. But they made us do video games, so we were buying video games all the time. And Infamous, and yeah, I remember playing Infamous, man. I haven't streamed it. I don't even know. I haven't kept up with this. They have a new game out, or something that came out recently. But we used to record gameplays. So that was before YouTube was out. So I'm sorry, with YouTube, that was before streaming was a thing. So we would put them on YouTube, record the games, and put them up there. They didn't do as great because we just weren't established as a video game channel yet. Maybe we had kept going, but then they fired us. So, which is no hard feelings about that. Like I said, I'm very grateful. We were lucky to get as far as we did. But I used, yeah, to answer your question, I played it. Yeah, I played that, and I played Infamous, and I played Prototype from back in the day. So yeah, it's been a while though. Maybe I have a chance to do them again. Who knows? I have been trying to get back into games. In fact, I'm gonna play Spider-Man 2 tonight. I haven't. I have had it in my room for years. Years, well, what feels like years. I've had it in my room definitely about a year, and I have not played it. So I think I'm gonna play Spider-Man tonight. Not on the stream, maybe. If y'all want me to, I will. But that'll probably be much later tonight. Let me see here. Hey Corey, hope you get well soon. I was wondering if you heard from Prim's Hood Cinema. He's been MIA, and we miss him. And can we get an undisputed roast? Undisputed. Do you mean like an undisputed roast, as in the roast will be undisputed, or there's something called undisputed? If you're talking about undisputed, man, that movie actually is it's not bad. That's the one with Ving Rhames and Wesley Snipes, right? Yeah, that movie wasn't that bad, man. Was it? Nah, that movie wasn't that bad. I'll look into it, but I don't think that movie was that bad. I mean, it was just okay. It wasn't great. But Prim Hood Cinema, man, I was talking to him for a while. That's interesting. You should say that. So if y'all don't know who Prim Hood Cinema is, he has a YouTube channel where he talks about hood films, and he's funny guy, and his channel is very good. And I was talking to him at one point, like this past summer, I was talking to him, and then we just lost contact. So I hope he's okay. That's funny you should bring that up, because I don't know what happened. Yeah, we were corresponding with each other for a little bit, and then he was just gone. So yeah, I hope everything is fine with him. I really do, man. Now you got me worried. You got me hungry because of cheesecake, and now you got me worried. And my name is Oruko. Asked that, and now that was Alex Mercer who asked the Protect question. Don Q Photography gave $5. Just gave $5. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. No question. Just being generous. Thank you. If you give something and you have anything you want to show, like you have a photography business or something you want to promote, let me know. I'll return the favor. Did you or Martin watch Rental Family with Brendan Fraser? It just came out as a wider release. Man, that movie must be picking up some traction, because somebody else told me about that film. Just last night they said, I have a friend who lives in LA, and he goes to a bunch of premieres. I mean, stuff like, he might have seen Doomsday already. I don't know. He goes to a lot of stuff like that. But he did tell me about this Brendan, what's the movie called? Rental Family. Yes, Brendan Fraser, who becomes a part of a Japanese family, but they're renting him, if that makes any sense. I heard it's really good. Like I said, I wish I could show you some parts of the trailer here, but I heard that it's a really heartwarming film, and Brendan Fraser, they've been talking about this might be some new renaissance for him or something. He's he had a small part in that Martin Scorsese movie, Flowers of the something on the Moon or whatever. But yeah, man. Funny because Britney, like with The Well, he might be having like a real quiet renaissance, this guy. Because he had The Well. Didn't he get nominated for that? And then that Scorsese part that he had, he got praised for that. It was a small part, but he got praised for it. Now he has this movie out. And I heard it's really good. Let's just say I want to see it. Man, Brendan Fraser is funny because you look at him here. He's the older guy, and he's playing roles that are appropriate, and he's finding good roles for himself. But man, when he was younger, Brendan Fraser was like the heartthrob back when he was doing the Mummy movies. Let me see, Brendan Fraser, Encino Man, like he was, like he's kind of. Like, I'm not trying to talk bad about the guy, not at all. I'm not making fun of him or anything, but. Brendan Fraser and things like Encino Man and George of the Jungle, he was like a sex symbol. Like he had abs and a body and all. George of the Jungle. Let me see. Yeah, here, man. Look at this. Like the dude who played the whale, the dude about a movie about an obese dude. It was makeup and everything, but still, he looked like a dad today. But back then, this was Brendan Fraser, man. Crazy, man. It's just goes to show you that is hard to keep up for certain people. That's what you call that Hollywood body. That body that you have to keep up because Hollywood is paying you to keep that shit up. But Brendan Fraser, I think I prefer Brendan Fraser today, man. He seemed like such a sweet guy. He's a funny guy. I really want to see, and I want to see this movie, man. And yeah, he plays a struggling actor in Japan who his next role, I guess, is being adopted to rented out by this family to be a family member. They do crazy, weird shit all the time in Japan, so I don't know what that means. Japan, by the way, I say weird and crazy, but Japan is an amazing place. You should go if you get a chance. So yeah, I'll probably watch this movie, man. Maybe we'll watch it for Sunday. I don't know. Diev himself is back again with $5. Have you ever played Jet Set Radio or Jet Set Radio Future? Looking forward for the new reboot. Spider-Man 2 is incredible. I have not played. I know Jet Set Radio. I know very well, but I have not played it. Never played any of those games. But they must be great because everybody talks about them still. It's supposed to get a reboot now, so cool. But Jet Set Radio had a very cool look, man. It had that cel-shaded look. And that was, at the time, that was still something that was very unique, considered to be a little ahead of the curve. Open world, I believe, right? But yeah, it's... No, I never played it, so I can't tell you much about it. But hey, look, maybe doing the reboot, I can do that. Hey, Corey, I'd love for you to do a retro review for the Rugrats in Paris movie. Man, I've seen all these Rugrat movies, man. Rugrats or Rugrat, whatever. Yeah, didn't the Rugrats go to Africa or something? But yes, Rugrats in Paris. You know what? I've seen this movie once, and I saw it in the theater. So hey, you know what? If there's some reason to go back and watch this movie again with everything, I would happily go back and watch this. I mean, I didn't grow up on Rugrats like millennials did, and I was an adult. But I would love to do it. I had to watch the Rugrats because I told you guys I did a Rugrats game. Man, let me see if I can find this. I did a Rugrats meets Wild Thornberrys, and they had a movie, a Rugrats meets Wild Thornberrys movie. I remember, yeah, I remember that movie came out. I thought it was all right. But I worked on a game, and I did all the animation for it. Rugrats Thornberrys game. Let me see if I can find this. It was a PC game. PC game. Oh, man. Let me see if I can. I wish I could show you some. That's it right there. I did that. The Rugrats Go Wild video game. I think, no, that's not. No, that's not the one. Oh. Okay, so folks, you want to see something? You see all that right there? I did all that art. Wow. Funny how you remember certain things. I remember that I remember drawing that cow skeleton out there. But yeah, man, I drew all this stuff, the backgrounds, designed the game right here. We did here's another one. Yeah, I did all this, man. Yeah, we did this Rugrats Thornberrys game, and I don't know what reason why. It was a PC game, I guess, just to make a quick buck. But that's one of the reasons why I had to watch a lot of Thornberrys and Rugrats episodes. And I already seen them, but I watched the shit out of it in doing research for this game. And yeah, it's just I'm amazed that you can still find some of this online. Yeah, like I did this. No, wait a minute. No, not look. Now I'm lying. No, I did not do that. Did I? Yeah. I think we might have done. I think I might have done that. No, I don't think I did that one. All right, now I'm just lying. But that screen I did show you, I know I did that. Let me go back up there. Maybe I can find some more. Oh. Yeah, it's probably, man, that's funny. I think that's the only stuff that's out there. Definitely did that, though. You're taking me down memory lane. Thank you for asking that question. Let me see here. Oh. Okay, this is oh, what is this? Mildy class? Sorry. You skipped my previous super chat. I asked if you guys ever do bad show roast like you guys do bad movie roast. You know what? We do. Do we ever do? I mean, I'm sure we've done an episode or a couple episodes, but if not, we just said. Funny you should ask, and you gave $5 for that. Thank you very much. You just, you asked at the right time because we just said that when the time is right or when the show is up, we're gonna do a roast of that show. All's fair. We just did a review of it a couple of weeks ago. Show is, in my opinion, one of the worst things I've seen this year, out of anything. But it's such a, it is sort of so bad it's good. Like I really want to know where they go next because this show is getting crazy, and it started out crazy. So yeah, man, I think we got like about, I don't know, maybe 6 more episodes or 5 more episodes, and yeah, I think we're gonna pick certain episodes to roast. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I don't think we can do the whole thing, but we'll probably pick some of the craziest episodes out of it and roast that. And I think that'll probably be our official first show roast. So good question, my man. Thank you. Let me see here. $5 from Dong Photography or Don Q Photography. Whatever happened to the old crew? Gertz, Goodwin, Danielle, Tommy, Sammy. What are they doing nowadays? So Gertz is working at an advertising agency. I just saw him not too long ago. He just got engaged. He told me before he told a lot of people, which you shouldn't always do. I got a big mouth. No, I know how to keep a secret. Man, about 3 weeks ago, Corey Goodwin was in the neighborhood. I was out getting the tires changed in my car, but he called and asked to hang out. And we haven't hung out in a while, but I know he's working at an ad agency. Last time I saw him was he was on his birthday. I went and had some drinks with him, but he's doing fine. He just got a job at an ad agency. He's doing well. Tommy, I just saw Tommy about 3 weeks ago. I saw Tommy at a wedding. He came late, of course, because that's what Tommy does, but he's doing fine. I forgot where he's working, but he's doing okay. He's doing fine. He used to do stuff with Sammy, who's now in California. I think he's in Fresno, maybe, but he went back to California. He's got a girlfriend. I think they're going to get engaged probably. They're very close. Who else are we talking about? In other words, Danielle. Danielle is engaged. Big old dude too, but yeah, met the guy. Very nice guy. So listen, everybody's doing well, man. Everybody's doing just fine, which I'm glad to say. Oh, Kesekayama. Did you ever have any favorite 80s yuppie movies? Oh man. Give me an example of an 80s yuppie movie. Like does Bachelor Party count? Bachelor Party where it's Tom Hanks and he's having a bachelor party that goes out of control. Let me see here. Bachelor Party movie. Let me see. Bachelor Party movie. 1984. Bachelor Party, man. I don't know. If that counts, then I love that movie. It's a bunch of yuppie type guys having one big look at this. You can tell it's probably more of a sex movie too. But yeah, I don't know, yuppie movie. I don't know if that counts, man. But Tom, man, if you haven't seen this movie, the movie's hilarious. It's a very young Tom Hanks in like this kind of this party movie, man. I think they kill a mule. They have a donkey comes in and does. This is how crazy this party is. This was this is back when you did kind of wild movies, like party movies, sex movies, Revenge of the Nerd type stuff. So I don't know if this counts as a yuppie movie, but I know that they had a party. It was kind of like the borderline, sort of like The Hangover. They invite there's a mule that comes over because I think they're about to have a donkey show, and the mule ends up doing cocaine. And the mule ends up overdosing. Like they have the mule ends up overdosing. That's a hell of a party. The donkey does cocaine, dies, and they have to smuggle a dead mule out of an apartment. How they got in there the first fucking place, I don't know. The secret of my success. Oh, you know what? Michael J. Fox. Can I put that out there? I like that movie, man. Let me see here. The Secret Life of J. Fox. I meant to put The Secret Life of what is it? Oh, what was it? The Secret of My Success. It's the secret of my success. They had an 80s an 80s theme song and everything, man. Yeah, this is one of those movies that that came on HBO all the time. I remember this. Oh, I'm gonna take your answer, sir. Let's see what else we got here. I'm not doing pretty bad. I'm not doing pretty good right now. Oh, Corbin Master says I have one more question. $5. Thank you. I will answer as many questions you like. Let me see. I do have one more question, my Hoosier friend. Are you a console gamer or a PC gamer? I thought of getting an Alienware monitor. I am at this moment probably more of a PC gamer. I like being able to be portable if I want to. And I can, like I got too many computers around here. But, you know, I like to have consoles to have everything covered. Like I have a PS5 right here. But I was thinking about getting a Switch, but I'm not ready yet because I know I won't play it enough. I really want to play that Donkey Kong. But probably more of a PC gamer, man. In fact, I bought like a laptop not too long ago that, so I guess I should say that too. I know that a lot of people have desktops. I'm sort of a laptop gamer, so I just bought not too long ago the latest big graphics card with the 5090 and all that kind of stuff. So I bought a very powerful laptop just to mostly play games. Although it might be good for editing too, because I bought a camera that uses files that are huge. It might be great for that computer, but that's another topic for another day. So yes, I'm more of a PC gamer now. Just because I like being portable, and I like having my games on Steam. I like being able to take my laptop with me and go somewhere and, you know, flipping it open and playing games if I want to wherever I am. So yeah, that is me right now. That could change. $2. Chad 4208 sent you 2 emails with pics of missed chats. Okay, I will get to that. Don't send any more. I'll get to it. Peter Z, or Peters. I like that. Peters. Oh, review of Up the Academy or Popeyes. Or Popeyes would be fun. Or Popeye. I'm thinking of the chicken. Man, okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Up the Academy, no one's heard of that movie except me. That movie used to come on HBO all the time. Y'all don't know it, but it was a movie that was connected to Mad Magazine somehow. But again, it was one of those, just like I was talking about, these kind of party sex rump movies from back in the 80s. This is one of those too. Kind of a sex rump 80s movie, man. It's and again, sort of the style of it was really riding that trend of, and I don't think the movie's even that good. When you're a kid and you're watching a bunch of sex jokes and titties and all that kind of stuff, all that's, you're a kid. You know, I was probably about 9 years old when it was coming on HBO. You know, you like that stuff because you're not supposed to be watching it. You feel like you're getting away with something. Some shit you don't even understand. But yeah, this movie, man, it was about a military academy for kids, teenagers, you know, a military school. And of course, the kids were rebellious and horny. And yeah, it's, man, see the poster right there has Alfred E. Newman. Like, they took him out later on, I think, in the movie, but it's connected to, I think Mad Magazine produced it or something. But it's really more of an adult type film. Mad Magazine is now skewing more towards, you know, maybe like, if I was to give it a TV rating, like movie rating PG-13 or TV-14 or something like that. But yeah, man, this movie, I would roast it or talk about it or even review it, but we'd have to have a really good reason to do that because none of our audience knows this movie, man. None of our audience recognizes this movie. They probably even remember this movie. They probably even heard of this movie. Popeye, on the other hand, I think I would love to have a great reason to go back and review Popeye. You talking about the live action with Robin Williams? Because Robin Williams made an excellent Popeye, man. Yeah, this is a movie from a guy named Alan Altman. That's it, right? Robert Altman. Robert Altman. This was an unlikely movie for him. He did movies. Oh man, he did more dramas. Like he did MASH, and they were always big ensemble pieces, and everybody was ad libbing the whole time, and they were talking over each other. Popeye was something really weird for him. But I remember this came out. Everybody wanted to see it because Robin Williams was big, and he was, man. Look at him. He was perfect. Shelley Duvall as Olive Oil. Sad about her, man. What happened with her? Such a tragic story with her. But yeah, yeah. This was this man. This would be great to talk about. If we find a reason to do it. Sad about what happened with Robin Williams, man. Man, really tragic stories behind these two. But yeah, yeah, she was a perfect Olive Oil. The sets on the movie is incredible. It's really inspired, man. I think a lot of people at the time it was somebody said the Popeye curse. No, that's what Martin has. No, a lot of there's a lot of things in this movie that is very well done as a whole. I think maybe the story is where it falls apart. But yeah, yeah, man. As far as it was an early comic book movie, or in this case, a comic strip movie. And I think it'll be. I haven't watched this in years, so man, I would love to have a reason to go back and watch this. I'm sure one will come up at some point. We could find some sort of comic book or comic strip adaptation connection to do it with. Let me see here. Future Zeitgeist, $2. Thank you. Just gave $2. I appreciate that. Oh man, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Have you ever thought about this? Is Furious 7823? Very angry guy. Have you ever thought about reviewing old Popeye shorts? Just old rubber cartoon in general. I think it would be hilarious. Again, if we had a reason to do that, man, there's something about the old black and white rubber hose animation cartoons that's creepy. Because if you've ever watched a Betty Boop cartoon, let me see here. Betty Boop. Minnie the Moocher, man, there's something just kind of dreamlike and nightmarish about old black and white rubber hose Fleischer cartoon animations. That's one of the biggest names at that time. Fleischer, forgot his first name, but man, these things were surreal in certain parts. And if you're thinking of rubber hose animation, you want to connect it to something. More recent people think about Cuphead. Cuphead was very influenced by Fleischer, black and white Fleischer animation. Max Fleischer is his name. That's right. But yeah, these things were kind of scary, man, in a way, because they were just again, they were very surreal. They were very dreamlike, nightmarish in a certain way. Loved it, but I love it though. We've talked about it on the show before. We didn't do a review or anything, but man, if I could find a reason to come in and talk about this stuff. I love animation. And if there's a reason for us to get into it, these would be great. Even Disney, man. Disney did a cartoon. And I forgot what it was. The Skeleton Dance, I think. Let me see here. Disney. Skeleton Dance. Oh, yeah, that's what it's called. The Skeleton Dance. Man, okay, so it's funny. It's meant for laughs. But there's something creepy about it, man. Because what happens is these skeletons come alive at night, pop out their graves, and they just do a dance. And it's fun. It's very, man. It's such amazing animation on this, but it's something creepy about it too. Like the black and white, the backgrounds, just kind of the loneliness of the backgrounds, and the shadowy paintings of the background. Man, it's really. It's just, nothing crazy or horrifying happens in it. It's just kind of creepy feeling. And I think the black and white animation style is what really sells that. So anyway, skeleton, no skeleton twerking. They ain't got enough ass to twerk. I saw somebody in there say that. Stop it. Nasty ass. I like to see it though, I ain't gonna lie. What are you more excited for? Oh, let me see here. That's from Miles, 75, 74, 53. What are you most excited for, Zootopia or Avatar 3? Man, so just as a movie, I'm probably more excited for Zootopia just because I think, I mean, more laughs. I think I just want to see something that's going to make me laugh right now. I love the first Zootopia. I love the animation style here. I think I'm more excited to see that. However, Avatar. Man, you know what? I always talk shit about Avatar. How I'm just not into the stories of Avatar. I'm not, but man, Avatar is. I got to stop and give credit to James Cameron. James Cameron, he's done with CG that a lot of people don't do. He made this world feel tangible. He made a whole, I don't know, a whole ecosystem or whatever where it's just everything feels kind of real. And it doesn't feel fake. It doesn't feel like a CG world like you see. No, I'm just saying this because I can't think of anything else to say. Like Marvel movies, or some of the superhero movies we've seen today. This world that he's made, just the look of it. I mean, it feels like we could live in it. I got to give him credit for that. So I'm looking forward to seeing the movie, just to see this world. I'm not looking forward to spending 3 hours in that shit. I tell you that. I spend about an hour. I'm fine. I want to go home, but I'm looking forward to it though. I think it's going to be good. Nothing but respect for James Cameron. Let me see here. Can you roast Black Belt Jones? It's so crazy. Scatman doing karate is hilarious. Man, Black Belt Jones would be. Again, I don't know if that would do well for us on YouTube, but it might be just something for us to do personally because Black Belt Jones is a wild movie. It's been years since I've seen it. It's considered to be, I guess, blaxploitation or whatever, but Black Belt Jones was legit badass, man. Let me see here. Oh, what was the guy's name? Jim Kelly. Yeah, man. Black Belt Jones was like, have you ever seen that karate dude on the Boondocks? He's based on Black Belt Jones. In fact, he even says a line that Black Belt Jones says in his movie. Man, you look like something out of a cartoon. Yeah, man. Man, I might. Now you make me want to do it. Now I'm feeling like I need to do this. Again, timing. But yeah, or a watch party. Now that's watch party material right there. Think we could do that. Bushido Brown. Yeah, that's the character. Thank you. Damn, you're gone. I was gonna thank you for that. Yeah, but Bushido Brown. Bushido Brown was that character's influenced by Black Belt Jones, man, from the Boondocks. He was in an episode with these guys called the Haterati. Well, if you haven't seen that episode of the Boondocks, that's one of my favorite episodes. Right up there with probably only second to the Martin Luther King episode. All right, let's see here. Betty Boop also popularized Cab Calloway. That's from King's Portal. I think Cab Calloway was already popular. That's why he was, so that Minnie the Moocher thing, when I showed you Betty Boop, there's a song in there called Minnie the Moocher, and that's from Cab Calloway. Cab Calloway was already popular, I think, at the time, but I don't know. You could be right. Don't let me sit up here and start talking shit and not know what I'm talking about. Oh. Kiseka says, the secret of my success was a yuppie movie, my favorite. Jay Donovan T 5153. I live in Virginia. Okay, $5. Thank you. I live in Virginia. Hope to meet and work with you guys someday in the future. That would be the best. You guys always make me feel a lot better. Well, you make me feel a lot better. That's why I do this kind of stuff even when I'm sick right now. Speaking of which, I'm sorry. I am so sick, y'all. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Oh, let me see here. All right, I'm gonna go get something to eat, y'all. I gotta stop this. Okay, all right. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Please, y'all. If I missed any of these, let me know. Can you unban me from Twitch? Maddie says. Papa, uh, Papa, bless up. Man, yeah. Can y'all let Maddie back in? I don't know what happened. Maddie, I don't come in and ban people. I just kind of trust that the moderators in here, they're doing their job. And if you did something, you did something. But man, if the moderators say you can come back in, then yes, I'm gonna beg them to do it. So it's up to them. But yes, I hope. What's your username? Phantom Knot might have you right there. Let me see here. Do you still air your show on public access TV? $2 from the real. What is this? The Nerd Talk podcast. Yes, I got. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm ordering some food. Let me see. Let me see here. All right, I'm about to wrap this up pretty soon, y'all. Suarez gave $2. Thank you. No, man, public access is not a thing here anymore in Austin, especially when you have YouTube and other streaming things. You know, public access was this thing where people could come in from the public. People who if you had a if you in the city that would do public access, your cable provider was required to like carry 2 or 3 stations where people could come in from the city and take a class and produce their own shows. That's how we got started. That's how people like Tom Green got started. If you don't know who that is, whatever. Anyway, and this is for years it was like local YouTube. People would put on it was meant for you to come in and do things like community outreach, religious shows, and things like that. People went on there and did crazy shit. So it really was kind of like localized YouTube. So then when the internet came about and we started getting more, especially when streaming came about, yeah, there was no need for cable access anymore. I still have my shows, but no. And listen, even if cable access was around, we've evolved beyond that. Now this is a business, so there would be no need for us to do that. But forever, I will be forever grateful to cable access. Great question though, man. Derek LF, $10. Thank you. Going to see you live in Seattle next month with my brother. I love the content. My favorite review was when you reviewed RoboCop 3. You talking about we roasted RoboCop 3? Yeah. That was a good one. We had a lot of fun with that. All right, y'all. Oh my God. Can you roast Players Club? That's Rickzilla, $2. Man, yes. Players Club, I actually like it. But I don't know. It might be roastable because there's some funny lines in Players Club. Like, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a lap dance today. I love that. Let me see here. Players Club. We be clubbing? Players Club movie. Yeah, I remember that movie, man. No, not How to Be a Player. Players Club. Yeah, Jamie Foxx was a DJ in that. That's right. Ice Cube. Forgot that Bernie Mac was in that. Ice Cube was a mogul, man. Gotta give that dude credit. Cube Vision Productions. Would you ever do a retro review of Blazing Saddles? We did. I think early on, man. We did Blazing Saddles. We did Jaws. We might do it again, but yeah, Blazing Saddles. I would love to talk about Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles is what we need to look at when we want to do. We want to do racial humor, man, because we're all scared to do it. I know I talk about racial stuff all the time. I know I talk about racial issues, and people think because I talk about it so much, I'm racist. But man, I am not PC. You've heard me tell some kind of racist jokes here, and I believe other people can do the same with me. But there's a way to do it, and there's a way that you have to like approach it. You can't be lazy and just say stereotypes unless you are just really aware that you are being lazy. And that's part of the joke. Blazing Saddles knew how to do that. There's a lot of racial humor here that proved the point. It truly was satirical. It's we're afraid to go there, man. in movies at least. Not so much on certain, depending on what you're on. You know, shit. Adult Swim will yell the N word all night. Dat chicken wing, $5 hyper chance. Send an email. Short text limit at is that what you meant to say? Anyway, thank you for that. Even though I don't know what you meant to say with that. Man, listen. Let me see here. Hold on. All right. Okay, y'all stop. I got to take off. So yeah, man. Blazing Saddles, they have parts where they yell the N-word in that a whole lot. There's even a part that the dude gets the bell rung over him while he's trying to say it. Cause if you don't know Blazing Saddles, a town gets a new sheriff. And they can't wait to see the new strapping, handsome white sheriff come to town. And instead, it's this dude, Cleavon Little, the black guy. And everybody's taken off guard. When he's coming to town, they have this old dude talking about, the sheriffs are not. But every time he says the bell, this bell goes off. There is one part where he gets to town. He's trying to be nice to the people. He wakes up, he sees this old woman. He's like, morning, ma'am. And she's like, up yours, nigger. Man, man, racial humor done the right way. I don't care who the target is or whatever. Done the right, any kind of humor done the right way is great, man. But a lot of times we're just lazy with it. We think saying a slur or punching down on people is funny, and it's not, okay? You just can't do that. I don't think so. I say you just can't do that. Not because I'm offended. I'm just only offended if you're not funny. Let me see here. $5 from Suarez. Thoughts on Pat McAfee saying people hate the troops when he had Trump on his show recently. I kind of unsubbed from him afterwards. No, I did not see that. See, that I don't know, man. What did he say? Pat McAfee was saying hate the troops when he had Trump on his show. I don't know anything about that. I'll look it up real quick. Let me put here. Pat McAfee. Nothing surprises me anymore these days about anything. Pat McAfee. Yeah, I don't see anything about him saying any of this stuff. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't see anything about that. I'm sorry. If you want to send me more about it, that's fine. But I don't see anything about that. But I'm not surprised about anything. Oh, this is Mega Mind. The haterocracy from the Boondocks was hilarious. I feel like they were all characters from the 70s. Yes, they were. The haterocracies from the Boondocks, they were a bunch of old people. They were Stinkmeisters. What's his name? Stinkmeister's crew. Let me see here. Boondocks. Yeah, you wouldn't know what they are unless you knew old TV shows. But Stinkmeaner. Yeah, thank you. They were Stinkmeaner's old crew. And they were formed after Fred Sanford, Aunt Esther, who was the woman, and JJ from Sanford and Son. In fact, the guy he talked just like Fred Sanford. And Aunt Esther was always calling Riley and Huey like, you old fish-eye fool. And this guy was definitely JJ. He would go up to, like I remember he approached one woman, he's like, excuse him, why? So yeah, that was kind of clever. Nice in joke if you knew it. If you didn't, it was still funny. Doug the developer. Hi, Corey. I email you my questions. If you have time, I will get to them. Yes, I will. All right, guys. I'm just gonna go in and stop the YouTube because I gotta go. But you know what? Let me read these questions real quick. But let me go ahead and stop the YouTube, y'all. Thank you so much. I really, love you guys. This is always a lot of fun. I appreciate it. You're amazing. I'll do more of these, of course, as you see I'm coming in and doing. Thank you. I will feel much better. I will. I'm sick, y'all. And before you go, let me let you know what happened. I was supposed to go to Prague, the Czech Republic. So I usually like to get to the theater. It shows how much you go to movies. I usually like to get to the airport an hour before the flight. My Uber, we ran into traffic. There was a wreck. I got there about 40 minutes before my flight. That's happened to me before. Never had a problem. I get there, and this airline called KLM, I get there, and everyone is gone. There's no one at the front desk. And I asked somebody, I said, where's KLM? And they're like, oh, they're gone, man. He says like an hour before the last flight, an hour before they start boarding, everybody takes off from the ticket area, and they just go straight to the boarding area. So there was not one person to check me in. Now, I get being late, but I wasn't that late. Like, if there had been one person there, if there had just been one person, I would have been able to check in my flight and get there on time. That wasn't one person to give you an explanation. Wasn't one person to try to ring somebody up for you. Those motherfuckers were gone. They're like, if you're not here by the time we're gone, you're fucked. So, yeah, no, I checked in online. I checked in online and everything. But you still have to check your bags in. There was no one to check my bags in. So, yeah, I was done, man. Yeah, because I had my tickets and everything. And then I go down to the baggage area. There's nobody down there to take my bags. So, yeah, there was nothing for me to do. I mean, it was already like 40 minutes before trying to get a hold of somebody. By the time I was able to, there was nobody coming. So it was done. And no, it's not Trump. It's not the government shutdown. It's the airline. It's a Dutch airline. They don't have a whole lot of flights, so they just don't give a shit. But I understand, like, not having a lot of flights, being small, but not having one person to communicate with you just in case you get there a little later. I'm sorry, man. I'm not one of those entitled people who like, well, I don't care what time I got there. Somebody needs to serve me. No, I understand if you're late, if you're very late, I've been late before and missed my flight. I'm fine if it's my fault. No complaints at all. But Jesus Christ, what kind of customer support is that where an hour before boarding, everybody just fucking just up and goes and abandons an area? Really, it looked like they were closed down forever. Like the logo even left. That's why I had to ask, because those 3 letters even left the area. KLM. So I had to call them up and rebook. So I'm going to have to go on Thanksgiving Day. That's probably what's going to happen. Probably going to end up leaving next Thursday on Thanksgiving Day. Because if I want to go to this movie set, I have to go. That's the last weekend that I can go. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to cost me more money. It's just, I hate that. I really was. I was mad, but what are you gonna do? I'm mad. I'm irritated, but I didn't throw a tantrum. It's just like, well, I just got to figure this out now. And you know what? It's probably good that I don't go or didn't go, because I'm sick right now. Like, I'm really not feeling well. I probably wouldn't have had a good time as if I had gone, because as you can see, I'm coughing, I'm sniffling. I didn't sleep well last night. My head is very heavy. So yeah, maybe it was for the best. I don't like having to spend a shitload of money to rebook this flight. No, but am I glad to be home and just resting and spending time with you? Yes, I am. So there you go, folks. I'm going to go ahead and try to read these emails here that reposted the missed chat. Let me see here. This is Calvin Shoemaker. In his super chat, he says, I still want to play you in the Double Toasted movie. Show me what you look like, man. You better be a handsome Denzel looking motherfucker, man, if you want to play me. I'm accepting nothing less. Let me see here. Oh, a lot of super chat questions here. This is from Joshua Hosmer. Have you heard that Danny Elfman produced multiple tracks in ASAP Rocky's new album, Don't Be Dumb? No, I did not hear that. Tim Burton was able to hear it and told him, wow, I didn't know you were capable of doing that. That is some shit you never. And I never thought, if you had told me that there would be a, that there would be an ASAP Rocky Danny Elfman collaboration, I believe it, because a lot of things happen like that today. You know, a lot of unlikely collaborations. But really, I never would have thought about it. I never would have, unless somebody, until it actually happened. I never thought that this would even be remotely a thing. Danny Elfman. Oh, ASAP Rocky. That's incredible, man. Nice. I love hearing this. This is really cool. This goes to show you how just creative people. See, this is what I'm talking about with hip hop. This is kind of creativity I'm looking for. So this is why you don't write off hip hop. This is why you don't write off anything. But that's really incredible to hear, man. That is inspired. And ASAP Rocky. If you heard some of his album, like his song LSD, that's a very psychedelic. I wouldn't even say it's necessarily hip hop. I'd say it's kind of a psychedelic song in a way. Let me see here. That's really cool, man. That's really cool to hear. See, this is the kind of stuff that, like when I was coming up, we had all kind of crossover with different genres of music. We had rock crossover to hip hop and vice versa, and people trying different things, and it just made me think, like, man, as far as people go, man, we're actually putting all the bullshit aside, and maybe this is a sign that we will all get along better, in the future. And it's like, nah, people just as shitty as ever, man. Actually, I shouldn't think that negatively. It's that's not the case. That is not the case. We are in a better spot, believe it or not, than what we used to be as far as relations go. I mean, just look at some commercials where they show, it's crazy how many interracial couples in commercials now. But still, we still have a lot of bullshit between us. I would love to see you and Billy roast the movie Rappin'. I know it's a bad and corny movie, but deserves a roast. Man, we talked about this the other day. Maybe, because I saw this movie when I was a kid. Rapping is it's bad. It's terrible. It's a horrible movie, man. I saw this in the theater. I told Martin the other day, he was laughing. They actually have a musical number in there where it's a fat guy eating, and then behind him everybody's rapping. He's having a snack attack. He's having a snack attack. Yeah, it deserves a roast. I would love to do it. Oh. See here. Here's Calvin Shoemaker. Your picture didn't come through, man. By the way. Oh, let me see here. Hey, Corey, big fan. Since the holidays are right around the corner, this is from Willie Hampton. It would be perfect if you and Martin did a retro review of Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas in honor of the 25th anniversary. You know what? Maybe. We've been meaning to do that for a while, so maybe. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, wait a minute. I was looking around. You know what? Let me see. I did get your picture. Calvin Shoemaker. All right, Calvin, you know what? I don't think you look like me, but you can play me because you're handsome. That's all I'm asking for. You just handsome? Oh, you know what? And you got that peanut head and that big forehead. So, yeah, you could play me. We both got them predator foreheads right there. Yeah, you know what? But you're a handsome guy. You got the part, kid. Now, we just got to write the script and get the movie made and get some money and, get it made. But when we do, yes, sir, you will play me. Unless we get Denzel, and then I'm sorry, You don't have the part, but you understand why. But can he act? Somebody says. Who cares? I'll dub his voice in. How about that? All right, everybody. We're out of here for real this time. Thank you so much. Man, you guys are so kind. And to come in and give all these donations to have your questions and your comments read. And, oh, shit, my chair just went down. There we go. There we go. Loud fan. You know what? I'll read you. Listen, maybe I'll come back and do this again tomorrow. If not, I will read it on Sunday when we do the show. We might end up doing Corey Bott might end up doing trivia tomorrow. But yeah, folks. All right. I love you. Pixie loves you. And man, this is so much fun for me. I was feeling down because I couldn't make the trip. I'm sick right now, but you have made me feel a whole lot better. This is why I love coming in and hanging with you. This is why I love doing this. It's a lot of fun for me. It's nice to know that whenever I'm just sitting here doing nothing, I can come on here and hang out with you like this and have a good time. Not have to even prepare and do all that kind of stuff. It really is just a nice hang. Love you guys, man. I really do. I really do. I know I roast you all the time and I talk a lot of crazy shit, but I do love you so much. Thank you for giving me this platform, this opportunity to do this. I don't know what else to say, man. Words cannot express. All right. We'll see you later. And hey, listen. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You know the deal, y'all. You know the deal. KCoolMans at gmail.com. That is KCOOLMANZ at gmail.com. Email us with any kind of questions, comments, compliments, insults, input, and our farts. Also, hit us up on, that's from another guy earlier. Hit us up on those social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, X former Twitter, Facebook, Patreon. Just type in Double Toast. It'll take you where you need to be. If you find yourself here in Austin, Texas, come see us. But email us first. Let us know what you're going to do by emailing us at kcoolmans@gmail.com. What show do you want to see? What time you're getting here? What day you get here? What else you want to do? Let us know. We'll do our best to hang out with you. All right, everybody. That is it. Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Whenever you're listening to or watching this, goodbye and stay toasty.